What is Havelocks presented by Scores and Odds? If you haven't checked it out already, just making bad life choices. Going over to scoresandodds.com where you got picks from me, this son of a biscuit over here, and other people that are smarter than this guy over here. Plus, you get access to our nice little prop shopping tool where you can see exactly what we project for each individual player, plus where the best odds are at. And most importantly, you get access to Grant's Action Line. Just go to scoresandodds.com/Discord. I can spell it right. Discord. I spelled it right. Dropping it in the chat there. Yeah, go get signed up. I have all my picks in there every single day. Granted, it hasn't gone great recently, but still, since we've started doing this, up 20 Gs, 21 Gs almost. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
And really, I've just been first month of baseball was real bad. Now it's gotten back to normal. But yeah, I got
it was cold and there was a dead ball, and it was probably not the best time you betting home runs.
I wasn't even betting home runs then, but the ball just wasn't cooperating, and you have to adjust to that. And I adjusted, and it's gone fine since then. But we got
I thought you were maybe I'm wrong. I thought you were down 35 units. I saw somebody DM'd you. Is that's
just
true?
On home runs? Little does he know that I'm up 12 and a half units. For the last, I guess it hasn't even been. It's been about 2 full months. I feel like that's not terrible. Home run bets are tough.
Sure.
Outside of 2 bad weeks where I went 0-4. I'm up.
You
42
went over for
units
14 straight days.
I went for. We only do it 5 days a week. I went 5 straight days without getting a home run twice.
Yeah, it's rough.
So outside of that, which it was just cold weather and I was forced to pick home runs. If you take that away, I'm up 42 units, but that's not how gambling works.
Yeah, you can't do it that way, but I hear you.
Yeah. But we got.
I just enjoy. I know you probably don't, but I enjoy it peripherally. Just the thing, the shrapnel you get, that people just have no clue what they're talking about.
It's incredible.
They don't know what day it is. They call you George, which is amazing.
Greg. Yeah, freaking dummies. Oh well, but we got bets today. Should I start out with the home runs?
Yeah, what do you got?
First one that I like is O'Neal Cruz to hit a home run plus 450. I don't know if you know this, Jason Alexander, great actor. Jason Alexander, the pitcher, not so much, especially going up against lefties. Just a piss poor 13.6% K rate, 48% hard contact, 40% fly balls. I mean, and if you know anything about O'Neal Cruz, guy is just uber raw talent, just massive amounts of power. But he strikes out a decent amount, and he's still putting the ball on the ground a decent amount. But the hard contacts have been there. The exit velocity's been there. So he puts the ball in the air.
The other day. I mean, when he gets it, he misses a ton, and it's raw, and he's not there. He's not a finished product. But when he gets a hold of it, it's insane. The interesting thing with me, and not to cut you off here, and I was looking at this one actually today from a DFS perspective. Alexander, he probably gets twice, right? Assuming we haven't projected leading off today. You never really know with Pittsburgh.
He's been leading off recently.
Yeah, and he's not going to lead off versus a lefty, but Alexander is a righty. And the thing is, Alexander, he's not going to go very deep, but if he's leading off, I think he gets him twice, right? So he gets 2 hacks at Alexander. And then I was looking at that Milwaukee bullpen because we know the other thing about Cruz is his Ks are 50% against lefties. It's bad. Left on left, he's just not there just yet. It's pretty rough. The Brewers bullpen is they do have 3 lefties there, but Suter worked yesterday. He threw 36 pitches, so maybe he's not available. Who knows? We'll see. But for sure that bullpen's going to get worked. Just note that, I suppose, right? And if he faces a lefty, it's trouble. But there's still 4 righties in there, and he should get at least 3 righty at bats, basically. And and the ballpark jump obviously is positive too, but not that he necessarily needs it, because when he gets a hold of it, who cares? Any ballpark, it's gone. But overall, I do like Cruz today, especially if he leads off.
Yeah. And then next game I was looking at, the wind's blowing out in Chicago, and I mean, Weather Edge says it's a 30% increase to home runs. Granted, not the biggest sample size, 55 games, so not terrible. That wind blowing out at 12 miles an hour is going to offer a decent bump. So I picked 2 in that game. Michael Massey plus 600 and Gavin Sheets plus 575. Now, Massey only 1 home run so far in the majors, but guy had like 22 home runs in 100 minor league at bats like over the last year.
Top 100 prospect, I believe.
Huh?
I believe he's a top 100 prospect in baseball.
Top water?
No, I'm thinking of somebody else. I thought he was a top 100 prospect in baseball, but I think it's the other guy. Not Massey, not Pasquantino, but Prado. I think it's top 100 prospect.
Top 100.
Yeah. What was I saying? Was I not saying top 100?
I couldn't understand you. But like, I mean, looking at Massey's numbers, it's interesting to look into. I mean, K rate slightly high at 24%. But looking at the ground ball, live and drive, fly ball numbers, all very good. Soft contact numbers, pretty low. Hard contact number, 49%. Like,
that's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, he's getting hard contact at a pretty decent rate. 50% of his balls are 95 plus mile an hour, which is kind of what you need in most scenarios. But he's a good hitter. And I know that Giolito is pretty reverse splits.
Yeah.
But he does give up a bunch of fly balls to lefties, which is what Massey needs. He does strike out a decent amount of lefties, but we're getting plus 600 in a good weather game. So I think that's solid. And then Singer, his underlying number, he's due for some negative regression going up against lefties. 46.8% hard contact, 39% fly ball rate. Gavin Sheets has not been great this year, but he still has a bunch of power. Like, I think that he'll get it turned around eventually. And getting 575 in this positive weather spot.
Pretty good number.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, he's not striking out a ton. Fly ball numbers are good. Hard contact numbers aren't great, but he definitely has the power. So I have to assume that he might have been injured a little bit earlier on in the year, might still be injured, who knows. But he's going to turn around eventually. And, I mean, he had a home run 2 days ago, so that's a positive sign. So those are pretty solid. Those, I think, were my turd bombs. And then I had a few other ones. Willie Adames, plus 390 to hit a home run, going up against a mediocre pitcher at best in Keller. Keller gives up a lot of hard contact. So I think that Adames, who puts the ball in the air a ton going up against a good hard contact pitcher, is pretty solid. Rizzo, plus 340. It's a low number, but I really don't care. He's not like Mayer's not good. Struggled versus lefties a ton. 57% fly ball rate. Granted, only 71 plate appearance sample size. Ball's going to be put in the air. Rizzo has a ton of pop versus righties. Rizzo's good. I think it's pretty solid numbers. And then Ohtani on the other side versus Tyon, who 215 ISO to lefties. Ohtani's hit one. Is it the last 2 games? Yeah, hit 1 in 2 games in a row. He's heating up.
Yeah, and they're having it's actual, I don't want to say meaningful games, but the crowd's like into it. The Yankees, when they come to town, this is essentially the Angels World Series, whatever you want to call it. It's a lost season for them, but I believe they're having sellouts there. If you believe in that sort of hype, whatever. And Ohtani living up in a moment, banged out a homer last night, and I think that number is pretty good. I think you had him yesterday, and I like that number yesterday. That one of your turd bombs. I think. Do you have a streak of like maybe 3-4 days in a row where you hit one?
4 days in a row. Yeah, up 11 units in the last week. So
are you still giving out the swag on the Twitter?
Yeah. You guys tail. Go leave a comment on the Turd Bombs video, and yeah, you'll get a free T-shirt.
That's what you originally wanted to call your Discord, right? Tail the Turd.
Tail the Turd. Yeah. I got thrown down.
Maybe that's not the most. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I still like the name. Let's see. Rockies over 2.5 total runs, plus 100 over at MGM. I know Fried is good.
Yeah.
I know Atlanta has a pretty solid bullpen. I know Colorado has been great, but the line's just too low over at MGM. Plus 100 is just far too good of odds at 2.5 runs. Fried's sitting at a 3x FIP, bullpen sitting at 3.7. Atlanta massive favorite, so it wouldn't surprise me if they got out to a big lead and going up against Urena and throwing some of their worst bullpen arms. Just seems too low to me.
I mean, I hear you. Like you're supposed to be open to and willing to bet anything if the number is too low or anything if the number is too high, right? But I cannot get behind Colorado on the road, one of the worst teams in baseball on the road. They're horrendous versus righties. Fried is such a stud, a ground ball savant, and that bullpen is loaded. I hear you. It's only 3 runs, but I personally wouldn't bet that. But it's even money, and like in theory, they should be able to score 3 runs and just lose 9-3, and that's okay.
And it's humid. It's 84 degrees out. What are the?
I hear you.
Is there a chance? Yeah, no chance at late start, or no chance at in-game delay. Looks like.
I don't believe so. I mean, Atlanta's fickle, right? They have those pop-ups, so every once in a while, it just kind of sneaks up on you. But I don't think Roth had anything. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Roth had anything as far as weather. Basically, the entire slate. There might have been one game, Washington and Oakland. I think it's the one game in Washington tonight that at least we're keeping an eye on. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. But man, that Colorado offense, it's rough. It's brutal.
Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, I'm just gonna make money and be happy. Logan Webb, under 3.5 strikeouts, going up against the Padres. What do you think the line's sitting at?
Under 3.5 strikeouts?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're getting some good juice. I think you're getting about plus 140.
Plus 156.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a massive, massive odds. I mean, Logan Webb, 19.9% K rate guy. Not a bunch of strikeouts, but this San Diego Padres lineup just works the count so much. And outside of Myers and Grisham, no one strikes out much at all. Like Webb's probably not going to go over 5 innings. Getting massive, massive juice on the under. Like it's just too low of a line to me.
Let's see what Derek Carty's the bat has it projected at.
I think he has it projected at like
4.3, but that's like obviously you're getting clear juice on it, so that's a medium projection.
Yeah. So
yeah, I like the number you're getting.
Yeah, it's like if you were giving me just straight up minus 110, I'd take the over on one.
Of course. Yeah.
But that's not the scenario.
It's not how gambling works.
Yeah. So I have Matt Verling over 0.5 hits at minus 103 at Tipico. Under 0.5 hits at plus 136 at Superbook.
Oh, so we have an arbitrage situation?
Moderate arbitrage. Superbook will only let me get $100 down. Tipico let me get almost 400 down because I just signed up for that site not too long ago. So, I mean, not quite arbitrage. Essentially what I have is Matt Verling over 0.5 hits at like plus 107 because I put more on that. So, I mean, I like the over a lot more than the under. Matt Verling is not a great hitter. Should be in the lineup today, likely batting 9th. Going up against Gallen, who is a solid pitcher, but struggles a bit more versus righties than versus lefties.
These are versus splits.
Yeah, lots of hard contact, decent amount of line drives, fly balls. So to get pretty much even money at him getting a hit, it's easy thought for me. Yeah, just not a question.
Can I just say as an aside, I was thinking about the Marlins trade with the Cardinals a couple years ago. The Marlins traded Marcell Ozuna to the Cardinals. There's a couple other guys involved, but the main pieces were Ozuna for, at the time, not a highly sought after Zach Gallen and Sandy Alcantara.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine the Cardinals with Alcantara and Zach Gallen.
Oh gosh, that would be they would probably be one of the favorites.
Yeah. Like, I mean, of course, Ozuna's moved on, and that's a whole disaster. Now Atlanta's got to deal with that mess. But I don't know, man. They talk about worst trades in history. I know there's some clear and obvious ones, right? But and those guys are still sort of along their way. But I was just thinking about, the what ifs. Like, what if that trade never happened, man? Sandy Alcantara, Zach Gallen, Wainwright's still solid these days.
Well, I mean, the wild thing is, who did they trade Gallen for to Arizona?
The Marlins?
Yeah.
That was Jazz Chisholm straight up.
Okay, that honestly thought it was a bad trade at first.
Kind of worked for both teams. Like, I mean, it's fine for both teams.
I think I'd take Jazz over Gallen, to be honest.
I'm not going to argue with you, but and the Marlins they have no hitting, so they could use a hitter, right? so like they have their stock pull of they're always getting injured, but the Marlins have so many good arms. A couple more on layaway still coming at some point. Sixto Sanchez, you never know at some point. But I mean that trade worked out, I think, for both teams. But just thinking about what if the Cardinals still had those? If that trade never happened. Alcantara, I think the clear runaway, not even close Cy Young winner this year. He's got like almost 20% of the complete games pitched in baseball this year.
Yeah.
He's got like 4 of 25 or something like that. Like,
yeah,
it's just ridiculous. And it's
just
weird.
Been fantastic.
He's so good. Great ballpark, obviously. And he's not even like striking out the world. He's just a fabulous actual pitcher. I didn't mean to derail, but I was just thinking about that. But yeah.
Oh, good. I got a couple 2+ hit bets. Bobby Witt going up against reverse splits Giolito in good weather, plus 230, 2+ hits.
That's a good number. I like it.
Yeah, Brian Hayes, 2+ hits, plus 240. Obviously, he's a guy that has not shown a ton of power this year, but he's getting hard contact going up against Alexander for probably 2 at-bats. Alexander just awful, just terrible.
Is that 2 hits or 2 bases?
2 hits.
Okay.
Plus 240. Then Bryce Harper, 2+ hits, plus 250. I mean, that seems just a little bit off. I know Gallen's reverse splitsy, but Harper is darn good bat.
May get 5 at bats. I'm not sure. Maybe, possibly, depending how well Philadelphia is doing. And Harper usually bats. Was he batting 3rd or 4th these days for Philly?
Probably 4th.
Yeah, I feel like he should be batting higher. Just as an aside, Yeah.
Oh well. Matt Manning under 17.5 outs, so under 6 innings. He's actually been hitting it at a pretty decent clip. Not great juice, -140 over at DK, but I really don't care. I mean, he's been just hyper efficient and getting super lucky. I mean, the guy has a 47% fly ball rate, 36% hard contact rate going up against righties, and somehow he has a 196 WOBA and a 41 ISO. It's not going to continue. I mean, he's only striking out at a 25% clip, not striking out lefties at all, and he'll have to face Winker, Santana, Raleigh, Frazier, and then good bats that are righties, J-Rod, Haniger, Suarez, France. Like, this is a good team. I mean, no, I'm a little bit.
You're a bit of a homer for Seattle.
Yeah, I am, but they have a good lineup. Like, unequivocally, they have a very good hitting lineup.
What's his projection? 84 pitches is projection tonight, according to the bat. I think that's a pretty sharp bet.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been so incredibly efficient. He went like 6 innings versus the White Sox, giving up 10 hits.
The White Sox even when the White Sox are good, they're bad. They're so terrible.
Yeah, Manning's just getting super lucky. He's not going to be this efficient. Like, I think he gets beat up here a little bit. But my 6 innings, I don't see happening.
2.37 ERA, to speak to your point. He's got a 2.37 ERA and a 4.12 Sierra. Almost 85% left on base. That's lucky as well. Homer in the fly ball is 6%. Yeah. He's been lucky all around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good call. What do you got to lay? What's the number?
-140.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to lay juice, but I
think Pinnacle has it at like -200. So
yeah.
I generally trust Pinnacle. And yeah, looking into his numbers, it just doesn't make sense why he's been so efficient. It's not going to continue. Justin Dunn, under 4.5 strikeouts. Big juice on this. -164. He's hit it in 1 out of his last 4 games. But he's going up against St. Louis. Like, Dunn has not been good. He's been very bad. Granted, he's been a little bit unlucky, but his xFIP's sitting over 6. Going to face some decent lefties in Dickerson, Newt Barr, Gorman, who does strike out a decent amount. But outside of Gorman and O'Neill, they don't strike out a ton. 20%. 8.6% walk rate. Dunn's walking a ton of guys. Probably not going to go that late into the game. Bad ballpark. Should get beat up pretty badly in this spot. Yeah, the team total for St. Louis is at 6. Like, good hitting weather. I don't see him making it more than 3 innings, maybe 4. And I don't see him striking out 4. If you want to take under 3.5, that's fine. I just think that under 4.5 at -164 is just free money.
6.3 is the team total for St. Louis, according to the RG homepage. Man, I mean, I've been saying this one since Dunn came up. I don't know why he got promoted. They traded Luis Castillo. Maybe they're out of pitchers. I don't know what organization's out of, but he did not get promoted due to merit. It wasn't like he was pitching. He was getting like shellacked in the minors. 9 games, his ERA was like 7. I know we don't talk about ERA, but he was getting his face fully punched in there. And yeah, I don't.
I mean, he was not good, and he hasn't been good. Career xFIP is 6.
Wasn't he a one-time prospect for the Mariners?
Yep.
Okay. He's still just 26, so he's about to turn 27. Yeah, he's in like 2 months, in less than a month, he'll turn 27. Maybe it's over for him. Like, good run, like good effort. But was he? First round pick, 19 overall by the Mets. I thought he was a Mariner.
He was a Mariner.
I guess he was traded to Mets. He played for the Mariners, 2019 to 21, and I don't get it. And anything can happen. Baseball variance, walkiness. You can hit the ball really, really hard to fielders, and that's how you get out of it sometimes. But St. Louis is going to hit him hard. Like, that's going to happen. Where the ball is going to go, and if he gets positive variance or not. This is not in the main slate for DFS. So like I saw it was a 640 game. This would be the most popular side, the St. Louis side, locked in for 9 against the Cincy, and that I think didn't St. Louis put a bunch of them? They put a big number against them last night too. So that bullpen probably a little bit beat up as well. I'm sure he's a delightful person, but I have nothing nice to say about Justin Dunn on the mound, unfortunately. But I like picking on him for sure.
Yeah, but that's it. That's my bets. That's what I've got.
Anything out there in the chat lurking? And what's on the people's mind out there? Anything? I've not kept an eye on what people are saying.
I don't see him. I think people got the bets and got out of here.
They don't.
Oh, do you want to? Let's do a movie bet. Do you want to take the Rockies under 2.5 total runs?
Sure. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. What movie am I going to make you watch?
Oh, you maybe watch the way. Hey, do you happen to have a mug by you or a beverage of some sort, or is there any sort of props you brought to the show or no?
Water.
Oh, well, you know what I was doing, but when I was asking that, right?
Chug a beer.
Dude, seriously? Like, has it been that long? You mentioned movies and I mentioned mugs. Have you got a mug recently?
I don't drink coffee anymore, buddy.
Oh, well, all right. Well, you could throw some kind of... I thought you could have had a prop available for the show. But,
I may at some point.
A good friend of yours, my understanding, got you a very classy mug. Is this true?
Yeah, I'll keep it for our Sunday shows when I actually am forced to drink coffee again.
Are those officially happening? Do we know? I have not seen a schedule.
Yeah, I think we're on Sunday mornings.
Okay. You're going to be cranky at like 7 o'clock or whatever it is.
I'll be up at 3.
Oh, gee. Do you just pull all-nighters on the on football Sundays?
I mean, luckily my wife has me going to bed at like 10 o'clock at night now.
Yeah.
So 10 to 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, still 5-6 hours of sleep.
By the way, your wife is better at recommending movies than you are. She recommended The Gentleman. I watched The Gentleman the other day. Shout out Bobby Sue. It was good. Matthew McConaughey, really good cast. Colin Farrell, Hugh Grant was good in it. It was what's the guy's name? The British guy that does all those movies that I've never seen because
Benedict Cumberbatch.
No. The director, Guy Ritchie.
Oh,
it's a Guy Ritchie joint, and it was good. I liked it. Have you seen it before or no?
I don't think so. Let's see. Oh wait, The Gentleman.
Matthew McConaughey. You know?
Yeah, no, I watched that with my wife.
Okay, yeah. Everybody's British with the exception of McConaughey.
Yeah,
okay.
No, it was a very, very good movie.
Yeah, people don't talk about it. I remember when I saw the trailer for it, and I was going to see it in the theater. Something happened, but I had like the movie pass then. I'll see anything when I get the free deal at AMC. But it was really solid, and I don't for some reason just kind of sort of fell through the cracks. People don't talk about The Gentleman, but it was good.
Yeah, let's see. Is there a Brendan Fraser movie you haven't seen? Gosh, when's The Whale coming out? Are you going to see The Whale?
Is that Gus Van Sant? Is that the director?
I don't know. It's supposed to be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
set entirely inside of an apartment.
Set entirely inside of what now?
An apartment. Yeah, Brendan Fraser wins TIFF Oscar precursor award to The Whale.
I think that's the Toronto Film Festival, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Why do I know that?
I mean, because Toronto and Sundance are the two main film festivals that people enter.
What about Cannes?
That's another one too, I think. But
yeah,
Toronto's a big one. Let's see.
You always see it in the trailer, like TIFF. Like that's something I guess that's how I know it.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna make you see.
Oh no, you sound like you're gonna punish me.
No, this is good. It's with Ryan Reynolds. It was about a lottery ticket.
A Ryan Reynolds movie with lottery tickets?
Yeah. Finder's fee.
I may have seen that. I feel like I've seen that.
Okay.
I got to see the cast, but that sounds vaguely familiar.
It's got a decent cast. It's got.
Is that a poker scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I think that was pretty good, if I remember correctly. If we're thinking the same movie. I'm a sucker for a poker movie just in general. When did it come out?
Years ago, like 20 years ago.
How old was Ryan Reynolds at the time?
I don't know, 25, 26.
Is he 45 now?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
I think so.
I would take the under on 45 from Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, well, it's 45.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, well, you banked it. You win both showcase showdowns. Congratulations.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's been fun. We're getting out of here. Later, kids.